Hello, and welcome to a video in which I demonstrate immersive panning in Pro Tools. This video is specifically for the 7.1.2 immersive project in Hybrid Mix Lab. It's a post project, and in this project, students experiment with immersive audio for the first time. So panning's pretty easy. I've got this track, Rick Dialogue, selected. It's soloed. You can just grab the little surround panner and move it as you want. If you look over here on the left on the master meters, you can kind of see that the element is going to pan between different outputs. So this is cool, but this panner is pretty limited. The advanced panner is much hipper, and you can access it by clicking on that little tiny fader there to the right of the output assignments. And here we go. We got the nice panner up now. And just by clicking on the dot, you can move behind you or around you to the sides of you and that sort of thing. Now, all students doing immersive audio for the first time really want to play with the height channels and get things above their heads. So use the height knob, turn it up. Now it'll come out above your head to the left and to the right. Now, it's a little frustrating, a little misleading, but the panner indicates you can go behind yourself to the left and right. And this is not possible even though the panner is indicating that. And this is because this is a 7.1.2 mix and you need that 0.4 to be behind you and in stereo. And we're not doing that in this assignment for a variety of reasons. So pan left and right, whether it's front or back, it's going to end up in front of you. That's how the panner works. Now, let's bring it back down and discuss a couple other interesting things. One of them is this center percentage control. And this is really important. If you pan something dead center and you put the center percentage at 100, the element will come out of the center channel speaker only. And if you move it to 0%, it will come out of the left and right channels, the left and right speakers, and together they will create a phantom image that will sound like the audio is in the middle. So you got to have two ways of doing this. Center image from one speaker, center image from two speakers. And they both sound a little bit differently, and they both have some pros and cons to why you'd want to use them, and we're not going to discuss them in this video, but just know what that does. And of course you can also do something where you put it halfway up and have your audio come through all three speakers. Okay, I'm going to ignore these other divergence controls here. We'll leave them for advanced studies. I am going to mention, though, the LFE control. This is pretty important. This is how you can easily send your audio to the subwoofer, the low frequency enhancement or low frequency effect channel. So bring it up, and now we can see that this is driving the sub. So that's pretty cool and pretty easy. Just note, and this is kind of an important note, this is a big no-no to use this knob if you're doing Atmos mixing. There's a variety of reasons when doing Atmos that is a bad way of doing it. And I would say in general, there are better ways to get to your subwoofer. But for a beginning mixer, this is an easy way to do it. Last thing to accomplish in this video, let's talk about automation. It's very simple. There are advanced methods to automate in Pro Tools, but the simple method is to put the track you want to automate in touch and grab the parameter you want and start spinning the pan around. If I hit stop now, press play, I'm going to see that automation data play itself back. So that's pretty cool. If you want to edit that automation data, it does get more complicated. I would grab the track, I'd make the track even larger, and dive in and open up the automation lanes, and you'll notice that there are a whole bunch of, the ones in yellow here are ones that just received automation. So that's front position, that's rear position, and there's quite a lot of data that's recorded, and editing is a bit complicated. It's almost better to just re-record your automation. Okay, so that's a tutorial, basic tutorial to panning it with Immersive and Pro Tools. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful evening.